my favorite professor next year. I'm not sure. You might have, but I don't know if I'm. You said that you went to a school that was pretty rigid, right, Ali? My school was the other way around. Lots of the kids went to prison after we graduated. Lou, please. I can't. I can't deal. I mean, yeah, I definitely had a lot of very different school experiences. Oh no, this is the same for us. I mean, it was Pakistan. All the schools were pretty rigid. You know, touche. Touche. Yeah, I definitely went to some schools here in the States that were more or less rigid than others. And like, I never went to parochial school. Of all of the time that I did at different types of schools, I never went to any type of religious, education situation. I was threatened with military school at one point, and I toured Oak Ridge Military Academy. That was a nightmare. I probably would have had even more sex with women if I had gone there, or the other school in North Carolina that I looked at that was an all-girls school. I really did not want to go to the all-girls school, but if it was between that or the military school, I was absolutely going to choose the all-girls school. And then, lucky for me, my parents had me, interview at another really intense, like, lockdown-y type school in Massachusetts. And bless the admissions director, he was like, I really do not think that your child needs to be here. And he was like, I think that you would do really well to go look at this other private school that's not that far away from us. And they do a lot of support with certain types of learning differences. And, it is a boarding school, so you don't have to worry about how far away it is from home because you can just live there and not be a day student. But I would look into that. Bless that man. Because I went and I interviewed at the school that I actually graduated from high school from. And the admissions man was the most delightful, like, effeminate gay man. And he immediately was like, he loved me. And he was like, oh, I don't care if you've officially put in an application. I'm telling you, you're going to get in. So saith me. So I had a pretty good idea that I would get in there, and that's where I ended up going to school for the last 2 years of high school. My mom checks the inmate list for reasons. Cough, cough, my sister's kids, cough, kid's dad. Oof. She often lets me know about people I went to school with, got arrested, and booked. Whitney, I never somebody I went to high school with, but y'all, if you've hung out in the stream for long enough, y'all might have heard me mention Ashley, the first of her name, or Ashley, the second of her name. There's something to a name. I'm sorry I can't be friends with Ashleys. But Ashley, the second of her name, the second worst of all of the Ashleys, I had removed second Ashley from my life, and then another person who we worked with was like, hey, guess who I found? And it was her mugshots. And I was like, that's not surprising, actually. But yeah, no, whenever somebody's like, hey, by the way, I was looking and I saw this person is in jail, or their mugshot, and you're like, that tracks. Schools need to be pretty rigid, though. Those flexible rubber buildings don't last. Need the bricks in case of hyperventilating wolves, please. Did it happen to be the prison with the rodeo? I'm sorry, what? Prison with the rodeo feels like it needs explanation. That might actually be scary. When I was in middle school, Catholic, my mom used to substitute teach sometimes. Once she walked to the teacher's lounge to some of my teachers talking about how Corgi's parents really should just have her committed. She's never going to amount to anything, and she's never going to have any friends. Corgi, what the fuck? They were fucking wrong. They were so fucking wrong. God damn. Man, I'd kick a bitch's teeth in. I tell you what, goddamn. Well, they were wrong. You are successful. You've got a bunch of friends. And you're a goddamn delight. So fuck that lady. I had always wanted to go to one of those shows, but I was far too scaredy cat to do that. Wait a minute, was it literally like the Hell Show? But what about Ashley Spinelli? But she's Spinelli. She's rejected the name Ashley. She doesn't count. So TLDR, 12th grade English teacher, took 20 students, broke their spirits, and ended her year with 8 people who gave the exams and 2 people, including me, who are going to drop out. She made me hate writing. We learned later next year that she had, without our consent or knowledge, copied all the work we were assigned to do and was using that our early writing as examples to juniors of what not to do. Wow. Like,